Welcome back, everyone. This is the second day of the 2024 chess tournament. This is a game between Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura. Magnus starts off with e4. We have e5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop b5, normal Spanish variation, and a6. This is all very normal. Bishop a4, and now bishop to c5, which isn't normally the most common. Normally you'll have here or here, but bishop c5 is a pretty quick game. Hikaru only has 6 minutes 56 seconds, and Magnus with 9 minutes 52. Black pieces start with 7 minutes, and white pieces started with 10 in this game. Then we have castles, knight g7 by Hikaru, defending this knight, but also undefending this pawn, which Magnus decides to take, and it is a brilliant move. Hikaru has to take back with the knight, or he's pretty much losing. d4 by Magnus. I'm 90% sure both of these players know this exact line. We have bishop back, and now bishop takes, queen takes, and pawn to d6, defending this knight now. And Magnus just has more development, and very easy development with his pieces, and he's already castled. However, Hikaru has quite a weird pawn structure here, and his knights are not on the nicest squares, to say the least. We have 3 by Magnus. I don't know the actual idea of this, but I would probably just develop a bishop. We have castles by Hikaru, and bishop f4, like I was saying, and now c5 striking the queen. Now his pawn structure's looking a little bit better, and we have queen back to d1, and bishop out attacking this pawn. Then rook over defending the pawn, and queen out, just developing the queen. Maybe he's going to push this pawn. He's going to be defending the knight with that queen. Now defending this pawn again, so he can maybe move the knight out. I don't know what his idea is, but we have rook to d8, and now knight to d2, and queen back. Maybe he's going to put it somewhere around here. And we have queen h5 by Magnus, and he's starting to get a little bit of an advantage, you can see. We have rook over by Hikaru, just making a waiting move. Magnus just puts his rook over. Now Hikaru brings his knight in, defending his knight, and kind of opening this file up for the rook, which would be nice. And he's really defending against this queen that jumped in on his side. So we have Magnus dropping his bishop back, and Hikaru going c4 here, defended by the knight, defended by the queen. It's very strong. This pawn structure looks really nice. I don't think he can push this because that opens up Magnus's position more, but we'll see in a second. Magnus reroutes his knight back onto f1, so we'll see where he moves it. Maybe something like this. I don't know. Then we have knight to d3, almost outpost to take it, so it's not really an outpost. So we have take, rook takes. I don't know why Hikaru would do this. Maybe it was his only option, but he really just traded off this pawn and this knight for a... Takes back here. Okay, that might have been the idea, winning a pawn there, because he sacrificed this pawn for this pawn. Hikaru is probably going to get this open file. We have rook attacking the bishop. Bishop drops back. Queen drops back. Now we're hitting this pawn with 3 pieces here, and Magnus's advantage is pretty much the same right now. And Hikaru makes a mistake playing h6 here, just a waiting move, but Hikaru didn't see that Magnus could just take the pawn with the rook. He was probably looking at bishop takes, because he is pretty low on time. You gotta see he's at 2 minutes for the whole rest of the game, and there's 25 more moves. So we have rook takes, queen takes, and king jumps out of the way, and we have knight e3 and queen to e8. Now queen drops back, queen jumps in, looking for this checkmate threat, but it is already defended, so he doesn't even have to do anything, although he chooses to anyways. Now we have queen over, attacking this maybe. It is defended, so okay, he was also attacking this pawn I didn't see, because he's Magnus. He defends the pawn with the other pawn. Knight drops back, and queen drops back for check. Queen, trade, king takes back. Hikaru's king is more active, but Magnus is up a pawn, and at this level, being up a pawn is just so overpowered. Opposite colored bishops, and they both have a knight right now, but Magnus has 3 versus 2 on this side. They both have 3 on this side, so we'll see what happens, but king jumps forwards, and knight jumps in, attacking this, and they do not trade up the knights, but Magnus goes back with his knight to defend the pawn. Now f6 by Hikaru, and king e2 by Magnus, and I don't know why Hikaru would do this, but he drops his king backwards, and it just loses like his whole advantage just because his king was further developed in the board. But now Magnus brings his king, Hikaru brings his king, and Magnus better square of king. He drops the knight back, which was not the right idea. He should have played instead knight b6, which is just the other direction. Maybe try to not attack you, but he drops it that way, and now the king jumps in. Yeah, so if he were to play here, maybe he'd have that check or something. I don't know. Now we have king drops back, and Hikaru is fully losing. Now you can see Magnus is up 3 points just on position, and he has 1 pawn extra, so he jumps in with the knight. Hikaru plays h5 now. We have c4, pawn takes, and now he's just got this passer here, and 3v3 has no chance here. We have king over, bishop trying to block the pawn so he can't promote it, but Magnus drops his bishop back, and Hikaru just keeps on trying to push. Magnus stops, and now we have bishop here attacking this pawn. He pushes it, knight takes, knight jumps in, trying to attack this pawn. If you push it, we'll take this pawn. So Hikaru actually has some ideas here, but just defends it. Magnus not going to lose his advantage here. We have bishop a4 here. Yeah, Hikaru really has no chances. I don't know what he's going for, but we'll see. We have bishop here attacking the pawn, knight back, defending the pawn, and king takes the pawn. He has 2 passers now. I don't think there's anything that Hikaru can do. And now, yeah, he's only at 15 seconds. Magnus is up on time, has 2 passers, and there's nothing Hikaru can do. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.